Miss Carson. I am in charge of PTK. I also teach math, so a lot of you I have taught or am teaching right now. Um, we do have another advisor who is going to be kind of helping some. She hadn't been able to yet, but that is Miss oh my gosh, I forgot her name. Miller, Miss Miller. She helps with like the medical assisting. But anyway, so this is does not pertain to you guys because y'all have all already joined. So that's a nice thing. So for anyone that you know of that is thinking about joining and wants to join and wants to be a part of the PTK induction ceremony, that has to be done by March 30th. Now, that does not mean that you can't join at a later date. It's just if you want to be a part of the ceremony itself, then you need to join by March 30th. The induction ceremony is going to be on April 16th. It's going to be at 6 o'clock. The location is going to be building room 14. I'm going to be sending out invitations for this next week. The way that I'm doing the invitations is if you joined from last March, because that was when we had our induction ceremony last year. So I do it from based off when we had it done last year until March 30th. If you joined anytime between then, so last fall, last summer, anytime between then, you're eligible to be able to be a part of our induction ceremony. I will even open it up to anyone that joined last year but wasn't a part of the ceremony. And if they want to join, if they want to be a part of the ceremony and they weren't a part of it last year, I'll even let you do it. Um, so once you get your invitation, I would like you guys to RSVP to me through email by April 6th. And when you RSVP for that, I want to know how many guests are attending. So we will have a little light reception at after the induction ceremony. And so I just want to make sure I have enough cake and stuff like that for that. So try to limit the number. I think one time we had a person bring like 10 people, and that's a little excessive. So I mean, I hate to limit the number, but just, if you really have 10 people that really want to see you inducted, I'll deal with it. But anyway, it's just a lot of people. And the room is not as big. The normally we do it in the auditorium, but the auditorium they are renovating the auditorium, so we'll have a nice new auditorium at some point, hopefully. The other thing that I did put up here, let me add this up to here. Your attire for this is, I would say business casual or something like you would wear to church. I mean, you don't have to get a tux or anything like that, but just, just look nice. Um, okay, invitation eligibility, anybody that has been joined since March of last year. The other thing, has anybody, I don't think anybody up here, did anybody do the induction ceremony last year that are members right now? Okay. Hunter Miller, there she is. Hey, Miss Millard, I saw you over there. I just ran over here and got back over here myself. So, Miss Millard is going to be the one that's helping us some. We just haven't been able to get everybody together. All right. So, is there anybody that joined? Oh, we got a lot more people up here. All right, Lonnie, got you. Vanessa. Vanessa and Lonnie, are y'all already members or y'all not yet?
I checked and she said that we're going to be getting inducted like during this upcoming induction.
Okay, so yes, but like, have you already joined the PTK? So I'm talking about the induction ceremony now, but have you already joined, like, have you already joined the actual PTK?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. And Vanessa, how about you?
Yes, I already did.
Okay, awesome. All right, so you guys, so the email that I sent goes out to people that haven't joined yet. So like if they want to join in the future. And so the agenda that I was showing you guys, if you haven't joined yet, I'm recording this, so I'm gonna send this out to everybody. If you haven't joined yet, you got to do it by March 30th if you want to be a part of the induction ceremony. Um, are there any questions? So like when you guys do the induction ceremony, Oh, that was the other thing I forgot to put up here. I would like you guys to get there earlier before 6 o'clock so I can line everybody up. If you could try to get there by, I'll have all this on the invitation as well. If you could try to get there by no later than 5:45, possibly even between 5:30 and 5:45. So I need to put that up here too. Get it to ceremony. Uh, uh, Does anyone have any questions about the induction ceremony?
Will we have to memorize like a speech or anything of the sort for it?
No, there is like a citing, but I give you guys a piece of paper and it has the words on the back of it. So we used to have ABG, which was like a business honor society. We're not really doing that one anymore, so it was a little bit longer. So it's probably only going to take max not even 30 minutes. I'll call each one of you guys up. I'll give you a piece of paper, you'll light a candle, you'll like cite something. And everything I tell you is going to be word for word. Like I tell you exactly what to do. So you'll just listen to me and I'll run through all this too right before we go in there. And then you'll like get your little certificate and I'll line everybody up and then that's pretty much it. So you guys also, I think they mail you guys a certificate when you joined. Did they do that? Okay. But I still give you another one too as well for the induction ceremony. All right, so are there any other questions about the induction ceremony? Okay. The next thing I wanted to talk about, so graduation, if anybody's graduating in May, we try to order stoles for the students that you can wear. It's like a gold stole. Depending on what funds we have, so they're like $26 a stole. So we try to order these. I don't remember how many I have. I think I have about 4 already right now, so I'm gonna have to order them. If you would like one and you have the money to be able to purchase that yourself, I'll show you guys how to get to that. And you're graduating, they have a whole packet that you could order. If you go to the PTK website, can you guys see what I'm pulling up right now? PTK. Everybody see that? Okay. If you go to the shop here, and click on graduation, this is the stole that we try to get for everyone. So depending on our funds, if I can purchase all these for everyone, I will do my best to do that. If we don't get the funds, then I may have to actually get this and give it to you. You can wear it and you may have to give it back. So just depending. Last year we were able to order them. I was able to get my department chair to find some funds for it. But if you have the means to be able to purchase this yourself, that would be wonderful as well. Looks like the stole and the cord you can actually purchase for $38.95. Now we don't give the cords out, but if you wanted to wear the cords, you definitely could. We just get the stole to wear. Now that is for if you are graduating Martin. So we don't purchase those for, if you don't graduate from here. The other thing that I was going to mention that's on the agenda here is it's down here at the bottom, so I'm kind of skipping around, is scholarships. So there are a lot of scholarship opportunities on PTK once you join. If you log in and you go here to the scholarship, this tells you the different types of scholarships. And I've sent out some emails about this already. The competitive scholarship, so it's kind of like you go ahead and you apply and then it puts you in different slots of what you're available to. So like these are all different types of scholarships that you could do. If you apply, then like I said, it'll kind of tell you which ones you would be eligible for. And we actually just had one of our students won the Coca-Cola scholarships. I think it was the academic Coca-Cola Academic Team Scholarship. I think she won $1,300 with that. But the application, that deadline was in the fall. So there was an email that I sent to you guys recently, I think earlier this week or last week. And it was about the transfer scholarship. I'm going to try to pull that up. I sent it with the reminder again. Let's see. Here it is. So the transfer scholarship, let me pull this over. I attached it here. It's a little different. The Transfer Excellence Scholarship application for anybody that's transferring to a 4-year. They gave you this information, kind of tells you when you have to do it for, what you have to have. You have to have 3.0. There is a portable link available to submit your forms. And so you have to go through all of this. It's a little bit different than the scholarships that are on the PTK. So if anybody is interested in doing this and needs some help with this, June 5th is the deadline for that. I would definitely get started on it now and don't wait. So, and this is where you would actually submit your application process. So, and it gives you all the forms that you need here. You need to print all these out and submit all this. I would actually, I think I have to sign something here too. And you have to get a couple of recommendations letters. But if anybody is interested in any of that stuff, reach out to me and I can try to help you on it. So any questions?
I have one question. Would this
Yeah.
be will this scholarship be available next year?
So yes, all these scholarships are available every year. So if you're not graduating until the next year, you just need to make sure you're checking your emails really good because like for PTK, like the one that I just showed you guys earlier, the competitive scholarships, like for a lot of these right here, like the All USA, most of these you have to have the application turned in by like December like 3rd or something to be eligible. So yeah, all of these will be available again next year. So if you're not graduating until next year, just be on the lookout for this stuff, okay? And I try to send out emails about it too, just to remind you. I think the transfer scholarship, the one that I just showed you, that's the only one that's due like in the springtime, summer. Okay?
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Any other questions? Okay. And so I don't have this up here, but since we have so many people, so we really haven't had a lot of member involvement. Today is probably the first time we've had a lot of people, and maybe there's been some issues with the email. I don't know, because I know a lot of you guys said you didn't get the email on the last one. Is there, we only have a couple months left. Is there another, like a better time for most of you guys to meet? Do you guys like meeting on Teams? Would you rather meet in person? If you guys can just let me know what works. Because I'd be happy to meet in person if people will come. Okay, teams, both. Okay. All right. So it sounds like we'll stick with teams for people that have to drive and getting here. Is there a time? Does this time work better for people? Thursdays at 11:30? Okay. So, like I said, this club is student. It's supposed to be student led. So, you can get it involved as you want to. If you don't really want to do a lot, you don't have to do a lot. With that being said, there's if you guys want to do an idea for a community outreach, something that we can do with the community, that would be wonderful. Miss Millard actually used to be a student here and was actually a part of PTK. And so, she actually had an idea for in February before there was like a Valentine's like outreach of making little meal kits for students. We didn't really have anybody a part of that, but we could come up with some ideas, on things that we want to do. The thing is, you guys have to be the ones that organize it, and you have to be the ones that do it. And so that's been a lot of the issue is we don't have a lot of students on campus, and so we don't always have a lot of student involvement. So, if there's anything that you guys can think of that you want to do to, have some kind of community outreach um, or even a fundraiser, we can do that. In the years past, I've been doing this for a long time. In the years past, we've done a like classroom basket for like a daycare center one time that just donated supplies and stuff to the daycare center. We all just did, brought in stuff and donated it. Um, if you know of stuff going around in the county that they need volunteers for, we could do something like that, volunteer a time. Um, anyway, so we only have a couple months left, and I know a lot of people are just kind of focusing on trying to finish out the year. And so we may want to just wait and do something in the fall and think about it, um, and worry about finishing up the rest of the semester. So any ideas, you guys shoot me something or send me an email about it, or we can wait until the fall, whatever you guys want to do. But I would love it if we could at least try to do one community outreach a year. And I try to meet once a month. Um, do you think that's too often, or should we try to spread it out a little bit more? Yeah, we're not going to be doing the summer. Definitely not during the summer. So, we will probably meet one more time in April, probably after the induction ceremony, and then that'll be it. We won't meet it because, I mean, we're done May. Uh, let's see, class ends May 11th. So the last meeting we'll have will be April, at the end of April, um, just to kind of round everything up. So I will say, so as far as fees, the fee is like $75, I think, right, from PTK. Um, and let me, all of you guys have already joined, but so we only get $5 back from that. So like it's a national, yeah, club. So like Martin, we get $5 back. So we just don't get a lot of money from it. It all goes towards the national thing. I don't know why it costs so much. Um, so there was something that I sent out at the beginning of the semester. So I run a new group. We do a fall group and then a spring group, and I'll run the report again for anybody eligible. You have to have a 3.5 GPA. Now, let's say your GPA drops below 3.5. Technically, I don't kick you out, but like when I run the report again, your name won't be up there. So you probably won't be getting a lot of the emails, if that makes sense. So you won't really be a part of the club if you drop below a 3.5, technically, but you're still a member. If you transfer to a four-year university, you're also still a member. So as long as your GPA is above, you shouldn't have to pay again. So if you do transfer anywhere else, you need to let whatever advisor that you're a member of PTK, and they can transfer your membership, if that makes sense. I'm trying to think what else. The only thing else I had put up here for the agenda, not that, but this won't apply to you guys. I would love it if we could have a volunteer, but none of you guys are going to be a part of the induction ceremony, hopefully. So I need to find somebody that's already been in the ceremony last year. But anyway. All right, that's all I got today. So, you guys have any other questions for me? No questions? Okay. All right. I'm going to send out an email. It'll have the recording on this and everything we talked about. And then be on the lookout next week for the invitation. Okay? If you don't get one, we got a problem. So, especially because everybody here has joined pretty recently, I'm guessing, within the last year, probably. Whew, excuse me. All right, we will see you guys. Hear from me. Look for hearing from me at least by next week. Okay. Thank you guys.